Fellow Vooperians, this is a message from Spook Vooper. Earth is currently undergoing a civil conflict and you are evacuating the area immediately if you live nearby Omaha or in the Midwestern region of the United States. We are aware that this will be extremely inconvenient, but it is necessary for your safety. Hail Vooperia! Hello and welcome back everyone to City Skylines. If you are not aware, Earth is under attack. A terrorist group named Epto has been taking out small cities on Earth, and Vooperia is ready to respond. However, we're aware that a full-on war is going to bring massive repercussions for civilian populations, and we have decided that the best strategy for us to take is going to be bringing a new city to light to bring civilians displaced in the war to. So today we are going to be creating the first new major Earth city since we took over. Every other city we have made has been based on Spook Vooper. The Earth cities the humans created originally did suffice when it came to our needs. But now we have reached the point where we need a new city. We need somewhere that we can bring our men and women and children who are fleeing from the war. They deserve that right. The right to a safe home. So we're going to have to design this city very carefully because we could have be having up to 1 million refugees coming in. I don't have exact numbers for how big this issue is going to be. However, it does not look pretty from initial estimates. Because of that, we're going to be very careful to make the city modular and ensure that there's enough space to improve traffic flow. We're also going to be a little bit more creative when it comes to the building of the city, because it's the first... Did I say because twice? I did. Because it's the first Vooperian city on Earth, our architects are actually extremely excited to show off to the Earth population what we're capable of. So I think that's going to do it for the civilian side. Industry is going to like having a river to send their freight. Actually, I'd like to put industry on this island here to keep them completely separate, but that's going to be a hard sell right off the beginning, so we're just going to actually copy this a little bit. What did I do? I did 1, 2, 1, 2. Did I do 2? That's quite a bit smaller. Maybe 3. That looks more correct. That may be a little bit too big, but I'm not going to worry. It's not going to be symmetrical anyways. We're just going to get it over to the edge, and since it's just industry, we're just going to go with a kind of boring approach. Just something that works temporarily. We have to deal with things like the budget before the population jumps up, so we got to start simple. Wow, that did not work very well, did it? There we go. Okay, fantastic. Great! Okay, well, I have used way too much money right off the bat, haven't I? Whoopsies! Whoopsie daisy! That's fine, I can get a little bit of a refund. I'm a professional, watch this. Ah, see? There we go. That's like where all the money went. That road right there. Okay, here we go. We're gonna be fine now. Let's just grab some water. That's gonna be important. Get the water line all the way to civilian area. Get some electricity. The coast should be pretty good for that, or close by it. And get electricity to the industry. And get electricity to the residential area. There we go. Fantastic. And now any extra money we have can be used just expanding our coverage a bit. Fantastic. Okay. So we're gonna have our first wave of civilians coming in right now. This doesn't necessarily mean that they are displaced from the war, but it does mean at least they are evacuating before things get too bad. Things are getting pretty bad on Earth. Epto is seriously affecting small cities, especially Omaha. We don't know why they chose Omaha, but they did. And that's sad. So let's build a little commercial center here for the people to buy goods. They're fleeing a war-torn area, so they probably need some help when it comes to material and supply. And we can get them jobs working in industry right away, which is important. We want to move people to this new area and make them feel comfortable, make them feel useful, and make them feel like nothing changed, honestly. We don't want them to be too shooken up by the move, because they are civilians. We have to treat them well. We have to make sure they're happy. This is a government issue when it comes to something like this. Ah, shoot, we forgot sewage. Okay, that's gonna be fine. They aren't gonna complain about that for a while. If we can just make a profit very quickly, or just get the population high enough that we get a bonus. Either of those are fantastic ways to balance the budget here. Can we get the population high enough? We might be able to before they complain too much. Ah! We've made a slight mistake. That's okay. I was just talking about making them comfortable as well, and I forgot sewage. Yikes. Yeah, well, we're almost turning a profit, and the population is going up rather quickly. It may hit the point where we get a bonus amount of money. I don't know what the first thing is. Oh. Ah, we're halfway there. We just have to hit 400. I think we'll hit that. I think we'll become a little Oh, it's dropping a little bit. Come on, we can hit 400. The only thing that's wrong is sewage. Who needs sewage treatment? That's unimportant. Shoot. Oh wait, I can drop costs. Significantly drop costs. Come on. Lowering the budget should help out a little bit. It actually only seems to be balancing the issue. We may have an issue, but we can try to capitalize and make money back by... Nope, doesn't look like we're getting the refund for it anymore. Uh-oh. Well, I just ripped down that road for absolutely no reason then. What will give us money? Nothing will give us a refund? Well, that's just great. That's just fantastic. Okay. Well, I guess we're in it for the long run here. We've got to get the population up to 400 or find a way to make more money. Or cut costs. How can we cut costs at this scale? It looks like the people just aren't able to afford the cost of living. Which makes sense. I mean, they are, like, refugees coming in from a war-torn area. How are we going to deal with this? I wish it would just let me take a loan at this point. It's kind of annoying that I can't. Okay. How are we going to deal with this? Why are they not complaining anymore? Their complaints are just randomly going away and coming back. Thank you for stopping complaining for some reason. Oh no, they're complaining about electricity. I can fix that. I can raise the electric budget. Okay, you know what? The bank, the amount of money we're losing is slowly going down. Because more and more buildings are being built. Which is great. Can we just balance it out, please? Thanks. If we delete the abandoned buildings, maybe new people will move in. Okay, the federal government... The federal government has bailed us out. So we're going to very quickly make some changes to quickly get everything under control. Which is literally just throwing down a sewage plant. Like, that's the only thing we're missing. We're going to throw it... If this is where we're going to... We have to move our water pumping station, actually. We're going to move it over here to be a little bit safer. Get it far, far away. And then the sewage plant is going to be over here. Man, why are my Discord notifications on? Those should really be off. Apologies. Let's see. Notifications off. There we go. Sounds. No. Great. That's better. Okay. Here we go. That should solve our issues pretty darn well. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Let's very quickly fix this up. Okay, so right off the bat, we had some issues getting this city together, but thankfully we have solved those issues and the population is now jumping up. We have a lot of families coming in from the war-torn parts of Earth. And this is really a show of our ability to manage a planet that isn't completely ours from the beginning. We have to manage the humans, which technically Vooperians are human too, but we've kind of become acclimated to Spook Vooper over time. So things are going pretty well. The population is jumping up. We've successfully saved over 400 people from the war-torn cities. I think we're actually almost ready to start expanding. It's going to be important to build up interconnectivity between the parts of the city. The residential life and the industrial life are very closely connected. But knowing how this goes, I, right off the bat, am going to make some changes. Right off the bat, because I know that traffic is going to become a serious issue. Especially here. Because this is the main road of the city. And that's where things always start to go wrong. So what we're going to do is lift this road up. Why? Very simple. If we lift it up, then we can do this. We can create outlets to get off of the road, and then people can go through the road or onto the road without blocking off the traffic below. I know, it's revolutionary. Fantastic. Okay. So we're building up as quickly as we can. We're going to extend the commercial all the way over to the industrial. Get some interconnectivity in the city. Actually, I've got an idea. Upgrade these to be one direction. Right. Go around in a circle. Left. All the way back. Then this can go off, this can go on, this can go off, and this can go on. Great! Now we have like a slight highway system. That's actually going to work very well for us. Let's turn up the budgets because people are complaining. And it looks like our city is beginning to grow into a nice area. There's a lot to do, but we are getting a lot done. So, we have a lot of residential demand, and this is all safe area to grow residential in, We just have to be careful not to get too close to pollution. I know the people are probably used to it because they're coming out of a war-torn area that's, like, completely rubble, but you know what? We're trying to help their resolve, make them feel safe again, and I think the best way to do that is by giving them a nice-looking, clean environment. It's what every Vooperian deserves. Little side roads that come off of here. Actually, I think I have alley roads somewhere. This little tiny, yeah, right here. And that can go in here. Going down like this. Just to fill in those little spaces. That'll work. Okay, great. Now all of this can be residential, and that fills in a lot more space. We want to use space well, because the more people we fit into the city, the more lives we're saving. Great, we're a worthy village now. We've got a lot going on. We can now get a police station, firehouse. Very exciting stuff. We now have some more responsibilities. Very nice looking for first little attempt. We'll put the police department over on this main road. We'll put the fire department on the other side of the main road. A little bit closer to industry for obvious reasons. And look at that! We've done it! We have a successfully running little area. It's going to be very, very important to keep it clean and functional, because this is the only hope for people who are coming out of these war-torn areas. They need a home, and we are going to be providing housing for them, jobs, everything they need to feel safe. Because if the enemy makes us scared, if they break our resolve, then they win. And we cannot afford to let them win. Going to split this in half here. I didn't mean to do a one-way road. And then what we're going to do is design something a little bit different. The shape here is going to kind of, well, we'll start by going straight until it starts turning. And now very carefully. There we go. Very nice. This is going to have to be extended out a bit. I actually don't want it to go completely straight either. That's kind of boring. Do we have highways yet? No, we do not. But I think for this start, you know what? It's looking very good. Let's just go ahead and put all of this together. We're going to have to expand our electric services. That was rather easy. We're going to try to stay green. I mean, other than the industry over here, but that's just because we really need jobs. I mean, we can't expect people to move in if they can't earn a living. Or even if we were to, like, directly support them. I mean, people need to feel purpose. There we go, very nice. Oh, for some reason this is a one-way road. I think I made a slight mistake. Oh, and this is a one-way road as well. And so is this. Whoopsies. I mean, I don't think anyone really minded, but that should work a little bit better now. Okay, great. This is all going to be commercial. There's high commercial demand anyways, so works out well. Wow. Look at how nice it's looking. We have this very nicely growing area over here for residential. The highway system is actually already taking shape. And the industrial and commercial sectors are booming. This is going to be a great surprise to people who are basically made to flee their homes. But at the same time, I think that they won't be too bummed once they realize that, you know, the area they're moving isn't so bad. Let's give them some time to grow up their city a little bit. And at the same time, we're going to try to, like, build out this way to start until we hit the edge. I know that's going to look kind of weird, but I don't want to move this way because there is just, this has high potential for not only forest and, actually I want to keep all the industry on there, but this has high potential even for like high density building, because we have the highway over here, we have the train station, it'll just be much easier. But this over here, this is all fair game when it comes to simple residential. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the highway in a direction that makes sense to me, at least. And we'll do the same here, and we'll connect them in the simplest way ever. Great. Very nice. This one is a little bit lower than the other one. That's slightly worrying. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. They should both be the same exact height. I have to build it in smaller segments. There we go. Now it's following the slope. Fantastic! And now all we have to do is expand this main road here up, which actually I'm going to upgrade already to be a thick boy. And that is going to give us a lot of space for vehicles to move through. And we can just do a slight touch-up so it's a little bit more lined up. With these roads here, I don't think anyone will mind. I think everyone watching this who knows me will agree that this city is being planned much, much better than my average city. Hopefully this can become a beacon of hope for the Vooperian people. In multiple ways, really. Hope for those who have been hurt by the war. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I will see you all next time. This is New Vooper, and we are going to try to make it the best city we can for our war refugees. Hail Vooperia, and I will see you all next time. It looks so nice.